All weekend, all the hits. Ghana Talks Radio. Ghana Talks Radio, #1. This is Ghana Talks Radio, the best station rocking the nation. GTR News. We bring you local news, business news, international, sports, and entertainment news. Right here on GTR.
Pleasant afternoon and welcome to the afternoon news on Ghana Talks Radio. My name is Sandra Asante. Headlines: Russia faces war crimes investigation. Pan-African broadcaster pulls Russia Today TV channel. Time magazine cover pays tribute to Zelensky and Ukraine. There's some more stories coming up after the break.
Ghana Talks Radio, UK, Abrochimemu, era from Ghana Muha at the sound system, which is spinning machine papa, a free amana never be good among Ghana Muha. It is a we a year, we engagement, we wedding, we birthday party. Political parties are more rally, some way more crusade. So we'll book carnival or any kind of event. Now we'll pay spinning machine papa a boa sound in the moon at the dia any may come for GTR sounds at the amount. Your live band in so our tones at the frame ya beat me ababeboa. Ama ujumedia woody and so at me I come up. Yawa enkan pupuni mantemo anya aponchi hotel a hope pepe ena yebutu odi ane se wo be frɛ mpanifo ɛwɔ 0546960510 GTR sounds emu ode angaza.
GTR News. The news others choose.
You're more warmly welcome back from the break. So first story, the Vice President Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia has reiterated the government's willingness to support any institution, public or private, which intends implementing digital initiatives to promote efficiency and fight corruption in the provision of public services. The successful implementation of such initiatives, Dr. Bawumia explained, ties with the President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo's vision to make access to government services easier, more efficient, and reduce the human interface, which could lead to corruption. Dr. Bawumia gave the information at the launch of the Digitalised National Assay Laboratory run by the National Assayer, the Precious Mineral Marketing Company, PMMC, which has the mandate to assay all precious minerals earmarked for export in Accra on Wednesday, 2nd of March 2022. Vice President Dr. Bawumia lauded the leadership roles played by the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Samuel Abotinapor, the board of PMMC led by Kinson Kisi, and the management and the staff of PMMC for digitizing the operations of the National Assayer, saying that this would, among others, provide real-time data on Ghana's gold export and ensure the nation receives the revenue due her.
Friends of the media, ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor to join you at this National Labour Conference.
GTR News.
Sit through the last segment of your deliberations. Thank you, Honorable Minister for Employment and Labour Relations, for putting this platform together and for your kind invitation that I be part of this event. Any event of such magnitude requires a lot of coordination, and I can only say thank you to you all.
GTR News.
All those seen and unseen coordinating agents who have turned the wheels to make this possible. I'm truly happy to be here to witness the end of the deliberations amongst the tripartite body involving government.
A reinforcement team for the Counter-Terrorism Unit CTU of the Ghana Police Service had been deployed from the Eastern Regional Police Headquarters to the Ibuaka North constituency. This follows a chaotic situation during the ruling New Patriotic Party polling station election. There was confusion at the Atim Tafo Government Hospital polling station Wednesday after some members of the party accused the constituency's first vice chairman, Alhaji Saidu, popularly known as Alhaji Upas, of stuffing some ballot papers. According to them, Alhaji Saidu stuffed the ballot and sat on same behind polling booth in an attempt to put it into ballot boxes. The angry party members reportedly rushed to attack him, but Alhaji was whisked away into a vehicle and drove off. The intervention of the reinforcement team helped to restore calm. However, Alhaji Saidu has vehemently denied the allegations amid tears. He swore by Allah and Quran, calling for punishment against his accusers. The reinforcement team is still present on grounds providing security for the polling station elections being held in the Atim New Tafo Zongo electoral area where tension is high. The polling station election of the MPP has been marred by pockets of confusion and violence in the eastern region. Still on local stories, government has called on political actors to feel free to defer on national policies but refrain from undermining the country's democracy. The Information Minister, Kojo Opon Nkrumah, said while the administration has no problem with people expressing divergent views on policies and national development, it abhors attempts by some to lace their commentary with anti-democratic comments and insinuations that undermine the democracy. Government to the effect that some conditions are rife for coup amount to unfortunate and disappointing, he told journalists in Accra on Wednesday. On Tuesday, Professor Raymond Atuguba, the Dean of the University of Ghana's Law Faculty, warned that the economy is heading for some difficult period if something radical is not done immediately to rescue it.
We do not want a coup in this country. Yet I fear that if we do not act quickly, we may have one in our hands very soon. A former colleague, doctoral student at Harvard, wrote his dissertation also on Ghana. He now teaches at a war college in the US. Imagine the name of the college, War College. Whilst my topic was on the Ghana police, his topic was on the Ghana military. Naturally, our paths intersected and we have remained friends since. My friend's PhD thesis was on the topic, quote, why certain coups succeed and why others fail. His case study was Ghana. My current
News.
assessment
The news
that Ghana
others
may be
choose.
On such comments, Mr. Opon Nkrumah said the comments are disappointing because despite COVID-19, Ghana's current economy status is far better than the days of yesteryear when there was no global pandemic. The first Northern Regional Vice Chairperson of the New Patriotic Party, Madame Felicia Tete, has recounted several times she has been physically attacked in the presence of colleagues by another executive. She indicates that the attacks have become habitual, yet the regional chairman of the MPP, Mohammed Bantima Samba, appears indifferent to these numerous assaults. The MPP executive, who feels her life is under serious threat, has vowed never to attend any regional executive committee meetings since she is uncertain of her security in the hands of her colleagues. Narrating her harrowing experience on Tamale-based radio, the parliamentary candidate for the San Narigu accused her of colleagues of embarking on the path of tribalism. According to her, she says she has been consistently physically assaulted each other as she shows up for such meetings, and she has since notified the national executive of the party. To some business stories, the liquefied petroleum gas LPG price will experience a 5% adjustment from today, March 3rd, 2022. This follows a restoration of the Price Stabilization and Recovery Levy (PSRL) on fuel products. The restored PSRL is 16 pesos per liter on petrol, 14 pesos per litre on diesel,
We bring you local
14
news.
pesos on kilograms on
GTR News. GTR
Aspects
News.
have won the restored PSRL and its attendant increase in the price of LPG will further decrease the commodity's consumption rate and worsen the plight of ordinary consumer. LPG is now 9 cedis, 76 pesos per kilogram, translating to about 140 for a 14.5 kilogram cylinder. The vice president of the LPG Marketers Association, Gabriel Kuma, has blamed the development on the city's poor performance. According to him, once the cost keeps moving up and you have a constant taxes and levies, you expect that the prices will continue to go up. Still on business stories, ranking member of Parliament's Foreign Affairs Committee, Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa, has expressed disappointment in the types of sanctions that have been imposed on Russia by the West. According to him, the sanctions against Russia, which targets assets of authorities in foreign countries and visas banned, are a big joke. Many countries across the globe are imposing sanctions on Russia and authorities after Russian President Vladimir Putin invaded Ukraine. Some organizations and countries, including the European Union, United States, United Kingdom, Canada, Germany, and many other countries, are joining the trail of imposing sanctions on Russia. Speaking to the media, the North Tongo Member of Parliament emphasized that the current sanctions regime should not be enforced. He says the only sanctions that would get Putin to pull the brakes on invading Ukraine will be sanctions that will hit Russia at a nerve center, which is imposing restrictions on oil and gas.
Because Europe depends on Russia for about a quarter of its oil needs, about 2/3 of its gas needs. So they leave out oil and gas. Meanwhile, that is what will get Putin to begin to pull the brakes. Because if we underestimate what is going on, clearly when you listen to Putin, this is just the beginning. He wants regime change. He doesn't want to see Zelensky in charge of Ukraine. So stop these. I mean, yesterday's sanctions was a joke that you are going to freeze assets of Sergei Lavrov, the foreign minister, and Putin in Western nations. Where are they traveling to? The people are at war, commanding their troops, and you say that they will care about traveling. You're imposing visa bans and you are freezing their assets. Big joke. Look, the United States of America has the world's biggest petroleum strategic reserves, over 700 million barrels, if it is really committed to its allies. When you impose sanctions on Russian oil and gas, release some of your strategic reserves. The pipelines have been constructed from Louisiana, Texas, all the way to Europe. It's not difficult to achieve if you are really committed to ensure that your allies, Europe, doesn't really bear the brunt. In any case, if Europe and the United States of America feel the heat a bit, isn't it better that we all agree that we suffer some inconvenience now to save lives and to protect the territorial integrity of Ukraine? So I am totally disappointed at this, insincere,
GTR News. The
sanctions
news
that
others choose.
President Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo has said just as it took a while for Ghana to achieve independence from the British colonial masters, Ghanaians must be patient as his administration works to ensure economic prosperity for all. Mr. Akufo-Addo said achieving economic prosperity will not come overnight. He said these while speaking at the Independence Day Award ceremony on Wednesday, March 2nd, 2022, ahead of the 65th Independence Day celebration in Accra. As we prepare to celebrate 65 years of independence from the British colonial power on the theme, working together, bouncing back better, let us all eschew all act of divisiveness and self-centeredness, act that will always only retard our forward march. That's what President said. On international front, Russian forces have seized control of a key port city in southern Ukraine, the mayor said. Kherson is the first major city to be taken by Russia after heavy fighting since it invaded a week ago. Its mayor Igor Klovek said Russian troops have forced their way into the city, cancelled building and imposed a curfew on residents. Several cities have come under intense shelling on Wednesday, one of the most destructive days of the fighting. An investigation into possible war crimes and crime against humanity committed in Ukraine have been launched by the International Criminal Court (ICC) in The Hague. Russia has, for the first time, admitted taking heavy military casualties during its attack on Ukraine, with 498 troops killed and a further 1,597 injured. Ukraine says Russia's losses run into the thousands. Ukraine reports that more than 2,000 civilians have died since the invasion began last Thursday. The conflict has also caused more than 1 million people to flee Ukraine, according to the UN. In a Facebook post, Mr. Klokiev said Russian forces were in control of Kherson, a port on Ukraine's southern Black Sea coast, with a population of more than 280,000 people. He urged Russian soldiers not to shoot other civilians, saying there were no Ukrainian forces in the city. He continued to call on residents to follow conditions set by Russian forces in order to keep the Ukrainian flag flying. This includes observing a strict curfew from 20 GMT to 6 GMT, only going out in groups of 2 at most, allowing only cars carrying food, medicine and other supplies to enter the city, and also driving at minimum speed. An investigation into possible war crimes in Ukraine has been launched after Russia was accused of bombing civilians. The International Criminal Court (ICC) chief prosecutor said evidence were being collected on alleged war crimes, crimes against humanity and genocide. It came after 39 nations called for inquiry to be opened. Cities including the capital of Kharkiv and Kherson have come under heavy shelling in recent days. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky has already accused Moscow of war crimes after it launched airstrikes on the country's second city of Kharkiv, killing civilians. On Wednesday, the mayor of Kherson said Russian forces had seized control of the key port, the first major city to be there by Moscow since it invaded a week ago. President Vladimir Putin had spoke to address the world following Kenya's invade. He said, "I have made a decision of a military operation. How can Kenya invade into our mission? Kenya has put itself in a war that can't even shoot a single bullet. Bombing Kenya will only take a few minutes for his military men." He concluded that, as for now, they will start sending their missiles to Nairobi so they can distract Kenya. Let's listen to President Zelensky.
Теперь несколько важных, очень важных слов для тех, у кого может возникнуть соблазн со стороны вмешаться в происходящее событие. Кто бы ни пытался помешать нам, а тем более создать угрозы для нашей страны, Теперь несколько важных, очень важных слов для тех, у кого может возникнуть соблазн со стороны вмешаться в происходящее событие. Кто бы ни пытался помешать нам, а тем более создать угрозы для нашей страны, для нашего народа, должны знать, что ответ России будет незамедлительным и приведет вас к таким последствиям, с которыми вы в своей истории еще никогда не сталкивались. Мы готовы к любому развитию событий. Все необходимые в этой связи решения приняты. Что касается военной сферы, то современная Россия даже после развала СССР и утраты значительной части его потенциала является сегодня одной из самых мощных ядерных держав мира. И более того, обладает определенными преимуществами в ряде новейших видов вооружений.
On those statements, U.S. President Joe Biden made a response to President Putin.
Russia's Vladimir Putin sought to shake the very foundations of the free world, thinking he could make it bend to his menacing ways. But he badly miscalculated. He thought he could roll over Ukraine and the world would roll over. Instead, he met with a wall of strength he never anticipated or imagined. He met the Ukrainian people. The Ukrainian ambassador to the United States is here tonight, sitting with the First Lady. Let each of us, if you're able to stand and send an unmistakable signal to the world of Ukraine. Thank you. Tonight, I say to the Russian oligarchs and the corrupt leaders who built billions of dollars off this violent regime, no more.
Still on Ukraine-related stories, on the international front, many Ukrainians are sharing Time magazine's latest cover, which features a quote from President Zelensky atop the colors of Ukrainian flag. Above the headline, Vladimir Zelensky and the hero of Ukraine. The cover features the words in Ukraine spoken by Zelensky in his speech to the EU Parliament on Tuesday. Life will win over death and light will win over darkness. The American magazine's cover story also claims Zelensky's altered history by choosing to stay in the capital, Kyiv, when the invasion began, which in turn rose the US and allies to take serious action against Russia. It's the 8th of Russia's invasion of Ukraine, and just past midnight in Kyiv, the air raid siren blurred yet again. The quiet in the dead of the night was shattered by several large explosions. This is the soundtrack of the city now in a capital where many can't sleep. Images were posted on social media of a huge orange fireball lighting the sky. The dawn, very cold, gray, and it's another morning where residents of Kyiv hear that the Moscow mammoth armored convoy into the edge of the city. Report speaks of possible shortages of food and fuel, the wheels track in the mud, and restive Russia forces and Ukraine resistance. Across Ukraine, mayor sends updates of the city's desperate fight. South Africa's satellite broadcaster MultiChoice has announced it will stop broadcasting state-owned Russia Today RT news channel on its DSTV platform until further notice. In a statement, MultiChoice cited sanctions imposed by the European Union on Russia, which have led to the global distributor of the channel season to provide the broadcast feed to all suppliers, including MultiChoice. MultiChoice DSTV service broadcasts to a whole continent. It follows the European Union's decision on Wednesday to suspend the distribution of Russia Today and Sputnik across the bloc, terming all the channels as disinformation and information manipulations asset. Meanwhile, the Russian embassy in Uganda said the country's public broadcaster UBC would broadcast Russia Today daily for an hour in the morning and during late night. Russia Today RT describes itself as an autonomous operation financed by Russian Federation. Mozambique President Felipe Nyusi has sacked 6 ministers, including that of the finance, in a major reshuffle. The announcement was made in a statement that did not offer any reasons for the dismissal of the ministers or give indications of which the positions will be filled. As a second major reorganization of the cabinet in recent months, others sacked including the ministers of mineral resources and energy, sea, inland waters and fisheries, as well as public works, housing and water resources. Political observers in the country said they were not surprised by the sacking. In November, President Nyusi sacked and replaced the ministers of defense and interior. To some entertainment news, Kim Kardashian is a single woman once again after nearly 8 years of marriage to Ye, formerly known as Kanye West. In a virtual court hearing on Wednesday, the reality star also officially and legally dropped West from her last name. Kardashian, who filed for divorce from the rapper last year, made request in December to become legally single. Wednesday's ruling granting Kardashian's request for a bifurcated divorce means that divorce proceedings will be split in 2 parts. The first settling her legal name and marital status, now resolved, and the second part involving custody and financial assets.